You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, this was the news I never wanted to have to report, especially due to the fact that it looks like NFL Redzone, NFL Media, NFL Network could end up getting trapped behind a pay app, a paywall. I know we all pay extra. I'm getting ready to activate my NFL Redzone for the season. It's $10.99, I think it is, on YouTube TV, I guess. That's the other thing. I haven't heard anything about, well, what are you going to do with the other services out there, like Fubo, YouTube TV, Sling, all these places that offer this package for a certain amount a month? What are you going to do? Because I don't need ESPN's app at all. And there's games at risk here, too. There's not just Red Zone, which I'm a massive fan of, but they've got 7 NFL games they're getting now from NFL Network. So this deal it looks like it is done. All right. Andrew Marchand over at The Athletic is reporting it. Ari Mevroff just posted this blockbuster deal. The NFL and ESPN have reached an agreement that gives ESPN access to Red Zone, NFL Network, 7 more regular season games, fantasy football rights, and more in exchange for equity in ESPN's potentially worth billions. So the NFL has now bought into ESPN, literally. I mean, that's how this worked. ESPN gave the NFL equity in ESPN. The NFL's been looking to do this for a long time because they don't want to cover the production cost anymore. You notice how on NFL Network, Total Access disappeared, as did a lot of the people that were on the channel giving access. It disappeared because they didn't want to pay for the show anymore. You notice all the changes that happened on Good Morning Football? You noticed Peter Schrager went to ESPN? That's all where this has been headed. The NFL did not want to fulfill the cost of production, which is sort of amazing when you consider the amount of money the NFL just prints. It's kind of shocking, really. The NFL and ESPN reached a blockbuster agreement that will take place of many of the league's top media holdings with Sports Network in exchange for equity in ESPN that is potentially worth billions. Sources briefed on the agreement told The Athletic. An official announcement is expected next week. Disney and ESPN's parent company, has its earnings call on Wednesday. The ESPN and the NFL declined to comment. The monumental discussions that were going on and off for 4 years resulted in what is said to be a complicated agreement, according to sources briefed on it. ESPN is expected to have access to Red Zone, NFL Network, 7 more regular season games, the NFL's fantasy football business, potential to integrate special features including betting, and potentially more assets. The agreement coincides with ESPN's forthcoming direct-to-consumer service that will formally launch in the next few weeks. Oh boy. The service, which costs $29.99, will allow subscribers to bypass cable or satellite providers to watch all ESPN programming. So maybe if you've got cable and satellite or bundle streaming, you will still be able to buy that little extra package. I don't know for sure. I hope because I've already got ESPN as part of I got YouTube TV. Viewers who already have access to ESPN through cable or satellite bundle TV services will be able to watch ESPN through the new app, as well as watching all the networks traditionally through its channels. Disney and ESPN will likely announce an official release date for the revamped ESPN app and DTC service, which is simply called, quote, ESPN next week. ESPN has marketed the service as, quote, as the new era for the network. Since ESPN began its planning for the new service, network executives have held talks with many potential partners from major leagues to top digital players, though the NFL has long been considered its top target. As evidenced by how long the discussions have dragged on, the contractual language is said to be complicated. The NFL may receive up to 10% of ESPN. Sources confirmed and was previously reported previously by CNBC. There could be a term length to the agreement. Interesting. According to one person briefed on the agreement, but it is not known yet. The NFL will be looking to unload many of its media properties for the years. Has been looking for. Yeah, they've been trying to get rid of NFL Network forever. I mean, at least, I probably did the first video at least a couple of years ago. They said this conversation has been going on for 4 years in particular. Let me see what. Okay, NFL Network was plagued by cutbacks for years, despite the fact that the league is a multi-billion-dollar juggernaut. ESPN is expected to invest in improving NFL Network's programming, according to sources briefed on its plans. Yeah, now they can literally. I mean, maybe that's where they're going to put Rich Eisen's show, is in the NFL Network section of whatever it is they're doing. ESPN NFL deal will require regulatory approval, so this probably won't affect this football season, which could take up to 9 months. If it goes into effect next season, it would be part of a big year for ESPN as the 2026-27 year ends with ESPN's first Super Bowl. The game will also be aired on ABC. Redzone is of particular importance to the deal. The idea of packaging it with ESPN's existing channels, which already receive more than $10 per month from subscribers to cable, satellite, and services like YouTube TV and Fubo, in forthcoming carriage negotiations is vital. Redzone is a service that allows fans to see live action of all scoring opportunities during Sunday afternoons from around the NFL. ESPN would be expected to make it available through its own app, although how it will be priced is not yet known. The NFL current media rights deal to televise its games are worth in excess of $110 billion over 11 seasons. Wow. By the way, there are opt-out clauses. All right, opt-out clauses in the current media rights deals, which I heard the NFL expect to try to exercise and get out of as soon as possible. Which, look, they got a ways to go, but as soon as they can get out of it and then renegotiate for yet more money, the NFL is going to do it. So the NFL just sold all their media rights properties, NFL Network, Redzone, and everything else they got to ESPN, and in return, they got up to 10% of ESPN. So the NFL will now own up to 10% of ESPN. Wow. Wow, I don't know what that's worth now, frankly. Really and truly. It's going to be weird, though. Ian Rapoport and Adam Schefter in the same place. That feels kind of wrong to me. And for somebody like me that has made a point to avoid giving Disney any more money than possible all these years, I just dropped my remote. This sucks. I mean, it does. It feels like a monopoly. I wonder if this gets approved. That's interesting. I didn't think about the idea that it might get shot down. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Before we jump in, make sure you go to our merch store, our Make Basketball Great Again shirt, and our newest shirt that just came out. Both shirts are brand new. The American flag Skull Fever Enforcer shirt and use promo code CC22 for 20% off.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.